don't forget your water. We got a pallet score yesterday at the local chili factory. Hello everyone, welcome back to Copperline Rattler Ranch. I'm Julia. Donna's and I taking a nice afternoon nap. It's just way too windy to do anything on the house today. We're having gusts up to near 40 miles an hour. It's been windy since yesterday. I had set up the bottle cutting area so I could cut the jars and bottles to go into that new wall that we're getting ready to do. We need to have those ready to go. I set that up yesterday and then it got super windy, so it's just still set up, waiting to go. I do have some bottles soaking, they need to be cleaned. I want to take the labels off. You don't necessarily have to take the labels off, but I kind of want to in this instance. So anyway, in lieu of that, I've got this mess in our laundry. Our laundry also doubles as a pantry until we get our kitchen built. So I'm going to try and get this all straightened up and a little more organized. Oop, the window opened the door. I didn't want that. Don't open that door. Anyway, I want to get this a little more organized. I've got boxes of kitchen stuff here. I've got boxes of kitchen stuff everywhere on this place. And then take care of, you can see some of my squash here. I've also got some of the, they didn't get too big. These are the Japanese pumpkin. They really should be about, so about football size. But these didn't get too big. I actually have cooked one or two and they're actually still very tasty. Just smaller pieces of flesh in them. So try and get these up on here so that I can have easy access to them for cooking. I love to make soups and roast these butternut squash. They are so delicious. They don't have a lot of protein, but they have a lot of other benefits for your health. There's of course a lot of fiber, a lot of antioxidants, a lot of other vitamins in there that are so beneficial for you. So if you don't like squash, you might want to try to learn, or try it in different fashions. I know growing up I really didn't like squash, but my mother only made it one way. She only baked it. And then when I found out as an adult, you could make soups, you could roast it with other vegetables, with different seasonings. Then I really found out that I really do enjoy squash when I fix it in those fashions. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to speed up this video so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, but we'll hopefully get it. And I do need to probably get rid of some of this stuff that's been up here for a while. Okay, thanks. One thing before I get too started, I limited on space, of course. So I have these old carabiners, and they're actually off of some old bungee cords. And I put them through my potatoes and my onion bags and hang them up here. Keeps them a little fresher that way, I think. Keeps them out of the way. I don't have to worry about them rolling underneath this thing or being anywhere where some farmer that might get in there can get to them. So that's what that's all about. I'm going to work on cutting some of these bottles today. This is not anywhere near what I will need to work on that north wall as we rebuild it with cob, but it's going to give me a head start. I've got lots of wine bottles. I have a few beer bottles, some odd bottles over here, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tile saw with a glass cutting blade. And I kind of measure where I'm going to want these bottles cut at and put my stop at that point. Now, not all these wine bottles, as if you're a wine drinker or anybody who's seen wine bottles, know that they're not all made the same. Some are different shapes, some are a little narrower, some are a little taller, some are actually thicker glass than others. So I've kind of gathered these in according to the shapes and the sizes so that I can just go through and do that batch and then remeasure another type or shape of bottle. I have some odd shaped bottles that I'll need to cut as well. So I'll have to do those individually as far as setting my stop. I am going to be cautious. I like my eyesight, even though it's poor. And I'm going to put the face shield on while I cut. So we have found that this is the best way to cut these bottles. I have researched other ways, the string with the alcohol or whatever it is and the lighter. If you're cutting 1 or 2 or maybe even just 10, those kind of systems are okay. I'd even gotten one of those little glass cutters that has the wheels and score it and then you tap it. Ugh. When you're cutting hundreds of bottles, that's just ridiculous. It'll take you forever. This is a lot more efficient. I know it's an expense to get a tile saw. This is just a little Porter cable. We aren't sponsored by them. It's a little Porter cable battery operated one. So as soon as the battery dies, I have to recharge it. So that's kind of where I take my breaks. But that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll cut it. There will be bits of ground glass on each bottle. And I'll put it in my little tub here. I don't think you can see it. I have a little tub of water. And I'll wash each one out. I'll just put a bunch in there, wash them out. If you don't, then that glass, those little glass shards will actually just kind of harden on the glass that you want to use. So you have to get it off anyway. It's best to get it off right away and not have to scrub it too much later on. So hopefully I can do this. Usually Don's the one doing this, but like I said, he's working on the problem with the RV right now. So here we go. Wish me luck and safety. Always, always, always think about your eyes, people. Think about those eyes. Perfect. It's not perfect. Of course, that's the first one I've done. Hopefully it will get better. But it doesn't really matter that it's not perfect because, oops, because I'm going to put 2 bottles cut side to cut side. That's going to be in that wall. And this is the side that's going to be showing. Of course, it'll be cleaned up. So you can, I don't know if you can see on the inside, maybe if I hold it with the light, all the shards, all the little dust, the glass dust, that's got to be cleaned out before it hardens. So I'm going to dump that in the water and get ready for my next bottle. So to show you what I mean, when we get ready to put these in the wall, we'll tape them together like this, and I'll let the light shine through. I don't think you can see it right now, and give it almost a stained glass look. So that'll be very, very pretty. Ooh, it's very pretty. And you can kind of change the color of these. So for example, if I use the same color, the same style, and you know, the maker, the same color, it's going to be just that color and really kind of intense. But if I use, for example, a frosted one, it'll dull it. If I use a clear bottle, it'll brighten it. We have even gone so far as to put like green and amber to kind of change that to a different kind of a green, or amber and clear to give it more of a yellow or golden look. So you can, you know, even though you may have lots of green bottles and fewer blues and golds and reds, you can kind of mix these up a little bit and get you some even different colors. So that's what we're doing on the bottle window in the bathroom. Don, in order to get something a little more on the golden or yellow side, has taken some amber beer bottles and some clear beer bottles, and it brightens it up to more yellowish or golden color. So there are different things you can do, but this is, you can see, the fastest. If we were making drinking glasses, I wouldn't do this probably, but we could probably use the scoring thing because it gives you a nice clean edge. But even if you were, you could still sand these down nice and smooth and safe if you wanted to. So yeah, it's up to you, I guess. So here we go. I'm gonna keep going. So just keep in mind, everyone, if you're doing something like this, you've really got to pay attention to safety. I don't know if you can see, I've got lots of water and tiny little shards in my sleeve. If I didn't have this on, I'd have it here, and of course I'd have it all over my face if I didn't have my shield up. And like I said, I like my eyes. I don't want anything to happen to them unnecessarily. But that's about it. And you just continue on until you get all your bottles, or you do them in batches like I'm going to be doing. A few today, a few tomorrow, until I get as many as I need, or that I feel like I need done. So I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and share. Thanks. See you next time.